Yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're working on making this calendar widget that we made the other day, mobile friendly, right? So, what is his purpose? This guy's purpose is to basically replace this meal view in our meal tracker, right? So every day I eat some food, hopefully every day. And in here we have like a list daily of what did I eat today, and what is like the nutritional value of these things, right? Green means that we know the value. Sometimes it turns yellow if like we haven't fully entered an ingredient or whatever, right? And so he's like walking all these ingredients and like putting them in the summary. Great. This calendar is our like first attempt at like making this a little bit more presentable. So here we just only show the last 5 days, and it's like really not like information dense, right? So this is our first attempt here, where we basically just put the meals. We've lost their names because they were like confusing to calculate, whatever. Not confusing, just like more work than we were willing to do when we implemented the calendar. But we just show here how many times we ate, and if we click on these links, we can go to that place, right? Simple. Simple. You might have noticed that was called puke dip. Don't ask. I ate some puke dip that day. And so, yeah, what I want to do is I want to make this mobile friendly, right? Like this on my phone will be miserable to interact with, especially if we start trying to add more functionality. Like in the old view, meals HTML, we had an ability to like add a new meal for the day, right? And that gets populated in the list. And like look at the summary. Like how are we going to like do that here? And I think that the answer is the content of this calendar, I think, should not be in the calendar. I think that's kind of the fix here. What I'm imagining is that like on my little shitty phone screen, hello, where's my, oh, I see, we're zoomed in too far. On here, maybe you have like the calendar widget here, and the calendar widget like is like a series of buttons, right? And you can like click on a date. I think you could probably still see on like a really small screen. I think you could probably still see like numbers in here, right? And so I'm thinking like you click one and that thing like becomes highlighted, right? And then underneath the content shows for that day. That's kind of, I think, a better approach to this problem versus what we were trying to do before, which was like inject content into the calendar. Now, maybe on desktop, we still do something this way because there is something nice about that. But maybe not. We'll think about it. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Quickly just be like, how do I make these things clickable, highlight them, and then like find a way to inject content below based off of what was clicked. And I think it should be pretty simple, honestly. I think it should be pretty fucking straightforward. Because all we should have to do is like take this same grid, fuck populating content from it, right? Fuck putting links in here, fuck asking WASM to do that. Instead, what we should do is like, maybe we will say on select of a slot in the calendar, we will emit an event that says slot selected, and then underneath we'll have some other like stuff that can be updated like out of band. So let's try that. Calendar HTML, I guess, is where this goes. So like maybe underneath here we just have like something analogous to what was here before, right? Like meals eaten, and we have like maybe summary below, right? And then what was the last thing? A button that says add meal. Okay. Cool. So let's go back to our like calendar widget. This is a like JavaScript widget that extends HTML element, and all he does is he like defines this like calendar thing, right? What we did before was when we populate the calendar with date nodes, what do? We just say, hey, sir, this date has changed, and this is the element where the date lives. Right? So what we could do is we could like intercept these events and then like set the target contents. So I guess what we do is just not do that. If I just comment this out temporarily, now we just have like a normal calendar here and the content isn't there, which is kind of good. Yes. Yes. Okay. So then what we want to do is we want to add like a click handler to those elements that used to dispatch events that their date was updated. I think that we want like on click. Maybe. Let's just see what that does. Hello. I had an idea. What if the date buttons had little bars for initial values for 4 or 5 little color bars? That's not a bad idea. We would have to figure out like which ones, like which attributes we care about. So maybe you have like a selector at the top or something. But yeah, not an awful idea. I was also thinking like a line chart that you could say like show me stats for like this guy, and you could show like a line chart that goes across the calendar or something. But not sure. Okay, this is not doing jack shit. I wonder if on click is only a valid thing for buttons. On click. Click events. A pointing device voice button is both press and release while the pointer is located inside the element. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's like limited to buttons or anything. So I don't see why this wouldn't work. I guess maybe the element that we're binding to might be like impossibly small. That's quite possible, right? Because like it's like if we click on like this, which is not good. It should be this probably. Were you looking at the console? Yeah, I was. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. So really, this should be more like how are we like generating these rows again? We select all date elements here and then content elements next to it. I see. So what we should be, I guess we look at the date element parent is the easiest way for us to get access to this quickly right now. This is not like the necessarily best way to do this, but it is a way. Okay, cool. So we can click on these. And here, I guess, what do we want to do on click there? Let me think. Brain melting. Okay, so hold on. The way that we bind like events to generate content in WebAssembly land is basically exclusively through events. Right, so this guy emitting an event that he was clicked and us listening to that externally is kind of like the nicest way for us to do this, I think. So I think it's actually that we want like the content element, the guy who like keeps track of the timestamps of this guy. Maybe he's the one who emits the event. Maybe we don't support custom content in here anymore at all. In which case, this would be like the we would do this. We would set the attributes on the parent element. And then we would emit the event from here. Yeah. Like date selected or something, right? I think that's reasonable. So can we try attaching an event to that thing? Can we say like calendar add event listener? What do we call it? We call it like for date selected. What a stupid thing to write. But can we just like log here? Current target or something with selected. I just want to see if this fires the way I think it will. Date element true. Add event listener. This is null. Because this is not. This needs to be like on load or something. This has to be after everything is ready to go. Okay, click. Nothing is happening. Hype. That sucks. Yeah. Clicky. Okay, so the click is happening, but we are not noticing the event because I forgot to say bubbles. This has to bubble all the way up. There we go. Cool. So we probably actually want the target, not the current target. Yeah, so now we have this thing that has timestamp start and hopefully timestamp end as well. It's weird that he's only showing timestamp start. Did I comment out timestamp end? Just didn't set it on the right guy. Okay, here we go. So now when I click a thing, an event is emitted for the range of times that this thing is shown for, which is hype. So we also need to like color this thing, probably. So can we do like class list toggle like selected, like date selected or something, right? And then here we can be like date selected and do like background color. We'll just do black for now. Okay, that's interesting. Oops, this should be like this. Should only happen on click. I do not like why is this always on the same guy? What the fuck? Is it always giving me the same timestamps too? Okay, let's okay, so this is 90837. Yeah, these are all the same. Yeah, so if, yeah, within a row, it's all the same. If I go down a row, it changes. So this is a problem. Okay. So the date elem, parent elem should be this. Can we log this thing? Yeah, these are individual cells. Okay. That seems fine. So then how come... Oh, is this some dumb shit? Like... can we do EV current target here? I don't really think this should matter. But maybe. Whoa, what the fuck? On click on wrong element, I assume. Parent element, parent. Yeah, it does feel like that, huh? Oh. Yeah, you're right, you're right. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. There we go, that's better. Now, this is letting us select many at once, which is obviously a bug. So we need to, not do that. So can we just do, like, just a little simple, maybe this query selector date selected, and look at all these guys. You know, already selected. Just kind of look at this. Boom, 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 boom. For selected of already selected, and just this needs to be an array so that as we remove these guys from the list, they doesn't like change the state of the collection. And we just do selected class list toggle date selected false. Boom. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. That's looking kind of nice. Kind of nice. Now, can we make it so that this color isn't shit? It's hard to modify inline here. Can we just pick a color here? Something like yellowy, I feel like. Maybe like... I guess it probably depends on dark mode as well, which is a little annoying. Everything here is like so not subtle. So this is what? Saturation on left-right axis here? I guess it's like almost like something like this. Like that, maybe. Let's do that. 90, 86, 63. Can I copy this? Fine. Fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can always fix this later. But, you know, that looks fine-ish. That looks fine. Which means... Does water come with a highlighted color name? Ooh, it probably does, huh? He has highlight here, FFO. What does that look like? Ow! Ow! Sorry, this one. Dark mode version. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's still really fucking blazingly bright, no? EFDB43, yeah. So maybe that's like some. Is there like, I wonder if like hover or something? Selection, maybe? Maybe this guy looks a little less shit. Could go with that. Focus as well might be worth looking at, yeah. Might be worth looking at. Yeah, that's a little nicer. Yeah, we could just use their focus button. Let's do that. And we'll just say, how do you comment in this language? With a hash, or is it a... Oh, yeah. From water CSS. Okay, we can live with that. And then... we should start with focus on today, right? So really off rip here, when we say update dates, we should... probably, like, figure out if this day... If this is equal to the input, we set, like, class list add date selected, and probably emit this event. Right? Okay. Get date. Fuck you. Okay, there we go. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. So we have this thing selected for today. Cool. It's crazy that this... I think as I switch months, he's selecting, like, old date. Oh, so we need to clear the old one as well. We need to do this. So we need, like, where am I? Clear selected dates, maybe. Okay. Boom. Sure. Sure, something like that. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. I don't like what's happening now. Something broken? The fuck? We do have to do the selection after we clear. True. Okay. Sure. I mean, that's good enough. Fuck it. Fuck it. Okay, so let's try to handle. Is it still the first where you are? Holy time zone. No. Good eye. What the fuck? The first is a Tuesday, so that's correct. Oh, we're looking at probably like fucking UTC dates or something. Right, so can we do this instead? TZ offs. Can we yoink this off rip? And then do we do it here? Yeah, there's like probably this is like asking for issues, huh? So why would it no? Cuz I am the most in the past, no? Right? I am on the West Coast. I think you're using the wrong date variable in the if statement. I don't think so. We get like a date input, which should be date. Okay, let's just start here. So he thinks it's Wednesday, July 2nd. Is it IT date? I think it's just iterator here. Yeah, what is IT date here? Oh, because we increment it. Good point. Yeah, good eye, good eye, good eye, good eye. So we were off by one there. Good point. Good eye, thank you. Not time zone shit. Good eye. Okay, there we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So now when I switch months, I guess staying on whatever you had selected as the date isn't crazy. I guess. Sure, fuck it. Okay, so I think having some information in here is still good, right? It just needs to be like really, really like small information. If that makes sense. So can we try to like resizing this for a phone and looking at it might be worthwhile, right? So like I wonder. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Like maybe like a heat map of something or other. Like you want some way to see like something. I don't know what, right? When am I going to be like jumping through dates? I guess for now it's mostly going to be like if I'm just trying to see what I ate this week or something, maybe that's not crazy. maybe it's not crazy to just be like, boom, 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 boom. Maybe that's fine. You could also like filter by meal eaten, right? Maybe we want to see dates that have some meal, but all of this is doable based off of the event of a calendar update. We can like inject some content there somehow. So let's ignore that for now and make it so that, first of all, this thing's like way too fucking big now. So can we just shrink it down? Maybe there's no CSS here? That's crazy. It would be, I guess, like, you could argue that whoever instantiates the calendar is in charge of its size. So maybe we should be able to be, like, in calendar CSS, which I hope has some effect. Can we just say for now, like, background color, like, just make it black, just to, yeah, okay. This is, in fact, having an effect. So can we look for, like, what was it? For calendar, Sphero calendar. Width, can we just make this like, okay, that does jack shit, huh? Min width, max width? Why is that doing nothing? Why is that doing nothing? Because display is inline. Okay, sure. Fine. Fine. We can be a block. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Oopsies. This we want to apply to the full shebang. Okay. Good news. That did something. Bad news. It's way too small. So let's, you know. Yeah, maybe I want something along these lines. Can we just set width now? And then, like, I would love for the table cell heights to be, like, why are they so tall? How do I shrink them? They are tall because each of these TDs is tall. Why? Is there like a min height on the TD or something? Oh, I just have a height here. Oh, interesting. So this should actually be, can we like take up like a percentage of the total height of the that we give it? How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So can each of these take up like, yeah, 15% or something? What am I looking for? Calendar, CSS. So can I do like width 20 height 20 and does that like respect? Oh, that's close, yeah? No. Would the width unit here make sense? Let's see. Maybe. Maybe. I know there was like viewport 1. There's viewport width here. Percent. Relative to the X height of the current font. Relative to the font size. I don't see one for like width, but I think this is fine. So I think the problem here is that I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. Because I think that we're not supposed to put height on each of these elements. Maybe we've just made shit too small. That's like a very real possibility. Yeah, okay, so first of all, the dates. These need to have shorter. These need to be abbreviated. So I guess we have some sort of like minimum width where these don't fucking wrap, huh? So we just need to make this like a little bit bigger. I guess. Okay, so there we're getting somewhere. Now I do not really know if the height here is working. It looks like it is, kind of, except the contents of these table rows are it's like shrinking to their content, right? So I wonder if it's like the row is in charge of the height or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. Right, like it's clear that like the table itself, or at least the calendar that's wrapping the table is like creating space below, right? So it's clear that he thinks that he's big, right? But it would be nice if like the rows also expanded. So I'm just gonna start like doing stuff and we'll see how it plays out. Let's set the table height to 100%. Good news. Kind of. Somehow the table being the full height is making it too big. That's pretty funny. Yeah, he's like somehow going oversized now. What the fuck? Oh, because this div at the top is some of the height. Uh God, that's annoying. Can you like auto expand? Like div fill parent. You know, is that like a thing that we could do? With a flex box you can stretch it. Maybe that's the play. That's not crazy. Alt F4, thanks for the raid. What's up, you guys? What is up? We are in the middle of trying to update our little shitty calendar widget for our meal tracking website to be a little mobile friendly. So before we were like inserting content in a calendar, but on a mobile, it was like too small, right? So we're trying to make like a calendar widget where you click on the guys, and it updates some content somewhere else. And I don't know fucking what I'm doing. So just trying to make this table not suck balls. That's the play. That's the plan. Okay, so yeah, setting this thing to 100% of the height, obviously problems. Obviously. Yeah, so the idea of flex and stretching isn't crazy. How to stretch to fit container. Method 1, 100% within height. Okay, but I don't want that. Using display properties and then flex. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there like, can I like force line break in flex? Is that like a thing we can do? Just set width to 100%, sure. Sure, okay, we can do it that way. We can do it that way. So here, I guess, what happens? We need like split div for the header bar and the table. Can we, what happens if we just get crazy? Yeah, I guess like this table just needs to go in a div. That's fine. And then we can be like, that div is flex. Table holder. Table holder. We'll try it. Div. Boom. Table holder style display is flex. And we put the table, we now put like the table holder in this, and table holder gets the table. Okay. Okay, that's something. Now we want to stretch that shit, so what did this fucking random website say? Someone was talking about like stretching. Flex, center, height. Oh, so you just use the flex field here to stretch it. Yeah, we can try that. We can see what that does. Yeah, doesn't this only like work horizontally? I want to stretch vertically. Flex, stretch vertically. Is that like a thing we can do? Bum, 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 bum. This, maybe we ask the fucking idiot. We ask the idiot, can I stretch a table to fill remaining space of parent div? Oh, wait, now that it's in a div, can I just make the height 100%? Now that it's like... No, oh, I see. So now we've just moved the problem. Yeah. We've just moved the problem. This doesn't help us at all. This doesn't help us at all! What does this fucking idiot say? Using width. I want the height, you dumb fuck. Oh, fine. I meant height. I didn't clarify. Fine. Fine. So, yeah, this doesn't help because it's not 100% of height. It's not 100% of the height. Like... No, I just... Oh my god. Fuck, you fucking idiot. Okay. Can I stretch a table in a div to fill 100% of the remaining parent height? Note that there is other stuff, so 100% is not 100%. Okay. So he's got Flexbox. Yeah, okay, that's what... he's saying the same thing as that website did. But then why is it not doing what I want? So he's got this, table in div content, content in parent. Parent is flex. Ah! Aha! This is the piece I was missing. I was missing this. So here, can we go like... If we do this... Flex direction... column, and then put this guy's the table inside him. Flex 1. Yeah, this isn't doing shit again. Wait, why is this doing nothing at all? What am I missing? This is flex. This is flex 0.5. Okay, because, like, I know that if I do this, if I do height, 100%. Well, this did something else before, too, which it's not doing now. That's hype. For maybe because this div is not filling as much as it can of the parent. Could be, right? Yeah, I see. I see. So, can we go back? I think I got confused. I think I got confused. Okay. So I think it's more that this total guy, if we make his display flex with a flex direction column, okay, that's good. And then here we, on the table, set like flex 1. Oh, yeah, here we fucking go, dude. So now if we go in here and we crank this height up. Oh, let's fucking go! That's what I was looking for. Yeah. So now we can size this however the fuck we want. Perfect. Okay. This guy flex direction column. We get Sphero calendar table. He gets flex 1 to get bigger. I want him to get big. This is probably still correct. And then we can probably, where we're like calendar CSS, this guy, let's just make him the size that we want now. So we want him like probably like 25 by 30. That feels usable. How does that look on mobile? Can we do like CSS, there's like can I get like min, I can call a min function here. So I can go like width is going to be like the minimum of 25 EM and 100%. And then use width here. And then kind of like multiply. I guess maybe that's actually fine. Maybe we just leave it like that. Maybe I didn't have to do that. Where the fuck was I? Hello? Was it... Did I just fucking... Where's my calendar? Here. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's usable. That's usable. Oh, you're saying to do like max width 100% here? Oh, just set the max width to 25 EM and then it'll automatically figure its shit out. Nice. Nice, good eye. Good eye. Okay, cool. Cool. So now all we have to do is update the content here. So we need some divs to shove our shit into. Div ID equals meal links, I guess. And summary, we'll just put a div here. Summary. Cool. Cool. And then we need to handle 2 events here. One is the calendar update, and one is on click. Is it? Do we actually need to do anything on calendar update here? Or is it only on click? It's probably only on click for now. So it was state changed or something? Something fucking stupid like that. Date selected. And we'll say on date selected. We'll go into Zigland, where basically our like framework just automatically calls this when that event happens. So in calendar Zig, we should be able to be like on date, what was it? On date selected. Can we just maybe log timestamp start and end here? What are we looking at? Yeah. Like this. Let's just see that everything is hooked up the way I want it to be. This thing can fail. True. So we need to kind of not make this an exported function and use the exported function to kind of log that shit on failure. On date selected failable. Huge. So big for us. Okay, refresh console. Click, 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 click. So we are seeing from Wasmland, these attributes are being logged. Hype, hype, hype. Hype, hype. So all we have to do now is I guess do whatever we were doing before to inject links in here. So we were actually very close before, right? We had all of this stuff. So I guess we'll just copy paste whatever the function was before and just put the links somewhere else. Seems hype. So we are just putting them in replace elem property of whatever the fuck this is. Meal links. Just stick the links there. Oh, hype. Okay, so now I go here and I start clicking on stuff. Yeah, what sucks here is like visibility into like where there's like valid data and where there's not is like pretty shit. Right? So we might want to do something that's like if there are any meals, maybe color the background differently or something. You know what I mean? That might be the play. Might be the play. But this is not that bad. Yeah, this is like workable. Workable, workable, workable. Okay, yeah, let's make it so that we can color things in. And, oh, also let's just check that on mobile view. This doesn't look like shit. Yeah, I mean, it is a little awkward. But it's a lot better than before where it was like fucking impossible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's usable. Usable. Okay. So, yeah, let's just make it so that we can write down where there's valid data. So on calendar update, which means that we need to handle 2 events here. So I think that we have support for this. I'm actually not sure, but I think we do. Let's bring back this calendar update. On calendar update. So in its current form, this should just start trying to like inject links in there. Looks like it's not actually, because it's broken. I see. Okay. Why is that broken, actually? Oh, because he's not getting the right inputs probably anymore. Because, yeah, we need to dispatch this from the parent elem. This changed. Okay, there we go. Now it's broken as shit, of course. So we need to not do whatever the fuck we were doing here. So can we just instead just be like, do something to like mark, mark date populated. Yeah. That seems reasonable. So what we want to do is we want to say like, any meals for date. Sure. Right? Here we set that thing to true if there's anything in there and break. Okay. And then then we probably just set the background for this thing appropriately. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So we want to be like, let's think. Let's think. So probably we're trying to like add a class to that node. Probably. And we're trying to add that to like probably the whole cell. Probably the whole cell. So let's do that, I guess. So set. Can we appending to the class list from our WASM land is not like super trivial. We can adjust properties and attributes very easily. Ooh, but can we do a set self attribute? That might be the play. Because then you could make a CSS rule for different attributes that would change the color. Right? So we could say like populated state to bool string, I guess. Any meals for date true, else false, right? Something like this? That doesn't seem crazy. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So our WASM side renderer framework, he needs to have the ability to set self attribute. I think this is self, right? Target. I think we actually want self. No, because this event is bound to the full calendar. So this is target. Okay. What does this look like? We have event target node, set attribute, value pointer, value len. Is this the thing we can do? I don't know. Value pointer, value len. Is this like a function? Set attribute. I assume so. Yeah, it is. Okay. So here we can be like, what's the fucking argument order? Name value. Just backwards for some fucking reason from what we did. Okay. Now in Zigland, we need a binding to this thing. So just slap a little boom, boom. Value pointer, value len like this. Huge. And then make a little zig wrapper for that guy. Which way do we do this? We do content first for some fucking reason. Okay. Okay. I think that should do what we want. I think. He's mad for some fucking reason. Because I think I just deleted a fucking thing there for some reason. I just accidentally deleted a bracket. Oopsies. So this should be set target attribute. Okay. Okay, so we're hoping we got it backwards. False equals populated state. We're dumb pieces of shit. Oopies. Okay. Now we have populated state false on a lot of these. But if we go to the previous month where a lot of these guys are populated, like the 18th here, this is populated and he has populated state true here. Sick. Okay, so now can we write like a CSS rule for that? Like this? Is this how you do this? Oh, fuck. Wrong button. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Fucking Vim. Fucking Vim trained me to hit Control W when I shouldn't. Is it like this? I think it's like this, but I'm not sure. background black. Okay, wait, that's really good. That's really good. So we just have to like fucking pick a color. Now we have to not let that, we have to like do that rule before the rule for selected, right? Which is like fine. Yeah, okay. What have I just done? Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Cool. Cool. So now we just have to pick colors. Pick some colors. So can we just fucking hit the color picker? I feel like something greenish is kind of the play. You know, something like that. I feel like that's too close to the dark blue, though. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe like that, maybe? That feels kind of good. Let's just pick that. Okay. Okay. Now, what I don't understand right now is if I do this the way we have it right now, we lose the like selected info, which kind of sucks. Oh, you know what we should do actually is we should color this also according to if the information is complete. Yeah. We should be doing that. Right? So like some of these meals will have like incomplete information in them, like whatever this one is, meal 41. So 40 like meal 41, which is on whatever day we have fucking selected here, should make this thing turn yellow or something. But that's not a problem for the calendar widget, that's a problem for implementation. We're focusing on the calendar widget first, and then like the rest can come later. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so why, if I do this, I set my own like custom rule here in my calendar CSS. Why is that like overriding the selection state? Is it because of like order that this shit's included? Like, is it like if I include calendar CSS down here, does that like change anything? No. I bet you it's something like when we add the calendar widget here, this is getting like injected into document adopted style sheets, which means that like maybe this is happening first, because maybe this is happening before document is finished loading or something. Because I think that it's like the latest CSS rule wins, right? And so these guys are fighting for the background color. Yeah. Can I set like CSS rule priority? Is that like a thing that I can like change? I mean, I guess we could also do like not class. Um, like I can just in my custom rules be like not selected, which kind of works around the problem if that works. Okay, that's weird. Why does that change the size of the green? Most specific rule wins. I see. And so here, but there's also something about like order. Oh, attach it without space. I see. Yeah, so I could do this. That at least like solves the problem. I don't know if I'm like super happy with that solution, but it is a solution, right? Because it means that like if I have custom rules that I want to make here, I have to know about the implementation details. It would be better if I could make this work without it. So I wonder if we could make like you if you guys are saying that most specific rule wins, maybe we make this more specific like this. Oh yeah, that seems to be doing it. So here, if I say just anything that says date selected, highlight that shit, it loses. But if I say it's a date selected in calendar, then it does win. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Cool. We can make that work. Yeah. Okay. This is definitely usable on phone now, which is sick. Sick, sick, sick. Okay, cool. I think we call it there. The rest, I think, are details that are kind of more specific to like the what we're doing with this thing than the actual calendar widget, which I think is what I wanted the YouTube video to focus on. So, yeah, I think I call it there for now. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what we saw, we stream most days. We aim for 12:30 to 4 o'clock Pacific time. It is 3:30 now. So anywhere between 3 hours ago and half an hour ago from now, if you're watching live, is when you should swing by, check if we're live. Right now, we are kind of working on this meal tracker website. Part of it is ending up on YouTube if you want to catch up there, but some aspects of this do not end up there. Basically, the rule is if I think that it is something that the YouTube algorithm will get clicks on, right? So if it's something that we can package as like a generic concept that goes up to YouTube, great. If not, the rest of the VODs get archived on Patreon, on Twitch, or in the member section of YouTube. We do that so that you guys can get something back if you would want to contribute to the lifetime of the stream. The stream will stop happening when I run out of money, right? So you can directly contribute to the stream continuing if you enjoy watching it by supporting in a relevant spot. In return, you get the rest of the VODs. Yeah. So thanks for watching. YouTube, peace out, and Twitch, let's find someone to raid.